Chapter 5. Joseph, the highly successful dead man. The young man who picks us up in this chapter is barely old enough to drive. He's 17. But what Joseph lacks in years, he makes up for in wisdom. An old soul, we might call him. We are in for a bumpy ride, though, for this young man's life takes quite a downward spiral, only to rocket upward after he's hit rock bottom in Egypt in his 30s. Between his dreams, enslavement, seductions, imprisonment, and political success, Joseph lived a life any storyteller would thrill to recount. So, climb in and get ready for a road trip that takes us from Canaan to Egypt and all the way to the finale of Genesis. When Albert Einstein was a kindergartner, no one said, "See that kid? He'll grow up to be a household name around the world." How could anyone have known? The same could be said for William Shakespeare, Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela, or any renowned leader, author, or athlete. Greatness takes time to emerge. Tom Brady's nickname in 5th grade wasn't the GOAT. The young man who is the central figure in this closing section of Genesis grew up to greatness. He became the second most powerful man in Egypt. In his case, however, there were some early faint indicators of the latter heights to which he would one day rise. These indicators came in the form of dreams. In fact, the more you study the Bible, the more you realize just how vital dreams were in God's communication with his people. When Joseph was the equivalent of a junior in high school, he had twin dreams, one of which involved his brothers, symbolized by sheaves of wheat, bowing down to him. The other of which had his brothers and parents, symbolized by the sun, moon, and stars, bowing before him. When he had these dreams and relayed them to his family, they probably seemed as strange to him as they were odious to his brothers. But in a short time, these dreams appeared to be nothing more than a foolish boy's fancy, as Joseph's life devolved into a waking nightmare. What happened? Well, jealousy, hatred, malice, lies, and kidnapping happened. In the last chapter, we mentioned the dozen or so children that Jacob was fathering through his mini harem of 4 wives. But we skipped over one crucial detail. Jacob's favorite beloved wife was Rachel. Now, Rachel only had 2 babies, both boys, Joseph and Benjamin. During the birth of Benjamin, the mother died.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.